Hey, everybody. Welcome to Indie News for May 29th, 2018. Summer is here. Indie comics are cooking. We're going to be going over today's news like in a new way, like never before, dude. Like, this is going to be awesome. We're going to go over some site upgrades starting off right away. First off, if we go for the Indie News thing, you'll notice that we added to become an Indie advocate to every single thread. So now people who are reading it for the first time can actually sign up to our email list right there. A lot of people weren't visiting the main page, so they never got to see the sign up. And few people scrolled all the way down to the bottom to see all the videos, especially on their social media. I mean, on their smartphones. Now, one of the cool features that we now have at the bottom of every threads will be This Week in Indie Comics. We will change and refilm this as we have to. We've been using this while I had been on the road a lot, and it had become actually a pretty big hit. This Week in Indie Comics is basically where we talk about the section, which is about This Week in Indie Comics. We will film it, depending on the week, as many times as we have to, depending on Kickstarters being added and Kickstarter's funding. I'd like to only film it once or twice a week, and this can also help our program to go a little faster, and I can spend a little more time on top stories. Because when we go to This Week in Indie Comics at the end of the show, I'll give a quicker, faster version. Now, one of the things you might notice is that the screen has been flashing as I'm talking. That has to do with the fact that we added this new widget, which is going to allow This Week in Indie Comics to actually flash before your eyes and bring you guys a little excerpt of exactly what's going on when you're on our site. You'll find this on your smartphones at the bottom of the screen. But for those of you using a computer, this could be really a way to track some attention, and I hope it does. Programming note, we filmed today Kickstarter Last Rites. We're going to be filming Kickstarter Talk tomorrow. I'm trying to see about the Comic-Con Highway. I'll be posting something probably tomorrow about it, and we'll see what the response is. I might tag it tonight, or not tag it, but post it tonight, and we'll see where we go from there. But that's a couple of the site upgrades that we did. Some background updating apps. We thought about changing the look of the site, but I'm kind of happy with the look right now. Some things that we might do in the future, I got to see how I feel about it. But for now, this is the look. We've added these things to help out, and this will help us always do a better job. If you guys know anything that you want us to do or change, let us know. But this new program will be This Week in Indie Comics, so that is kind of exciting. What is also exciting is that now as these Kickstarters pop up, I can talk about them from now on, because at the end, we're just going to go down a quicker version. So everything that shows up, we're no longer going to skip. Now, with that in mind, we're going to just read the titles and tell you what to check out on our main page. We'll probably go back 2 pages and really try to catch up a bit because I've been away for the MegaCon weekend, but we'll see how far we get. Indie Comics for May 29th, 2018. Indie News, I'm sorry, for May 29th, 2018 is brought to you by, of course, indieadvocates.com. See, I'm a little tired. I'll try to get it together for the show. indieadvocates.com, which brings you so many exclusive shows that no one else bothers to do. One of those being Back and Before They're Gone. That's right. Blast off. This is Kickstarter Last Right, issue 22. A liar, a gentleman play cat and mouse as they go west for Power Maidens. Figure out what that means by clicking the link right here. And there's Power Knights #4 as we're talking. Sword Maidens, adults only. Swords and sorcery is in the Barbarian Age. The exotic and erotic adventures of the Sword Maidens is now on Kickstarter. We introduced, of course, as we said, This Week in Indie Comics, May 29th to June 3rd. We will update that as needed. Punishment is coming. And no, that's not one of my books. That's Marcel Dupree's books. Hell never looks this appealing. And he's right. I'm really into this comic book. And so much so, I'd like to find out if Barb can cosplay possibly that character. Throwback thread, Booth, space, a webcomic to give you a giggle. Take a click on this and figure out what Dan Noakes was up to when he made this webcomic. Available in new previews, Boobs, an adult. An adult? I'm just trying to figure out why this is got this in here. We got to take a look at featured video when I get off of this just to see what's going on with that. Because obviously something came off the rails right here. I gotta see what's going on. I think it's because we used the video from Facebook. It's not translating right. We'll try to get you guys the YouTube video. Like I was saying, available in indie previews, Boobs, an adult coloring book. Also in indie previews is the first issue of Menata. Figure out what that means by clicking each one of them and get these amazing books today. Walls, A Tale of Medieval Horror. Walls is a historical fiction horror set in the era of the Black Plague. Indie Advocates, MegaCon coverage, tons of videos, some insight to the show, all brought to you by me through Facebook Live, all collected into one collection for you guys. See who you missed meeting at MegaCon. You guys might know our face. For those of you who go into our group, you got to click the link to see more. Want to be part of Galaxia? Here's your opportunity. Click on this link and become part of it. Check out Ruby and the Warriors of Dion and on Kickstarter now. Journey Homeward. This is an interesting Kickstarter in itself. You got to check it out. It's on a different site. We're going to feature it tomorrow. It is running out of time. It's not a Kickstarter, but we'll put it on the Kickstarter program. Tommy Sharp's in our chat room. What's going on, Tommy? Journey Homeward will be featured on Kickstarter Talk tomorrow. The Creative Process, a panel from Orlando to Houston, how to make and promote comics in 2018. I actually give you guys the handout. This is all because of Harold White making this possible. I did a panel while in Orlando for Houston Comicpalooza. So it was exciting. I really appreciated it. I'm hoping to hear from more creators today. So it was weird to do a panel without being able to see people's faces. Usually I read the crowd. I see the smiles. I know where my jokes are landing. But this time I couldn't. I remember the first thing I said when I called back Harold was, "Did I sound full of shit?" And he was like, "No, you sounded good." And apparently he said people stood up and clapped at a phone, so that was kind of impressive. My next panel will be in about 2 weeks at Southwest Florida Comic-Con Space Coast. We'll talk about more about that in the future. Your opportunity to be part Cat and Mouse is almost over. That's right. Only 2 days left now to back this amazing Kickstarter. Don't waste your time or your opportunity. Back it today. A crime war is coming for Geek Girl. Something bad's about to happen. Will the new hero step up and solve the upcoming villain war known as the Crime War? Q&A from the creative team of Cat and Mouse, Roland Mann, Barb Kalbreg, and Dean Zakaria. All part of this amazing panel from the Power Hour of Love. You guys have got to check it out. Signature move in Tampa Bay's Times as they spotlight John Crawford's amazing new Kickstarters. Was featured in it, but other Kickstarters as well are featured in this article. You got to check it out. Click on the link here to see more. Galaxia, Freaker God, Galaxia's Fallout meets Borderlands in the world of 100% made of snow, ice, and weirdos. Be ready to get your heart frozen. Throwback thread to Lewis Michael gives us a spread for our art of the day, and it's a great thread, man. A great spread. Congrats to White Lily issue 2 creative team for the successfully launching off of Kickstarter. They blasted off the other day. So proud of them. Speaking of Fort Myers, in Calusacon's cosplay, the Doctor is in. That's Dr. Crusher from Star Trek Next Generation. Dead Ringer. Art of the day from Larry P. Lewis. Check out what Larry P. Lewis brought to life today for us. Kickstarter issue 21, which will film 22 tomorrow. We fly with Lily into war, which she blasted off Kickstarter. Met the Sword Maidens, which we talked about more today on Kickstarter Last Rites, and play Cat and Mouse with the new sidekick. All those Kickstarters are ending soon. Don't wait. Click on Kickstarter Last Rite and back some amazing Kickstarters today. I'd also like to give a shout out to the fact that every one of the Kickstarters featured today on our show was actually funded, which was really cool. That every one of them had already been successfully reached their goal. They hadn't been successfully funded just yet because they still have to go off the Kickstarter. But they're all on their way. This is a throwback thread to New York Comic Con. This was the cutest cosplayer this year. But who was she? Jones presents the Power Knights Unbound 3 Kickstarter. Produce it and spread the word about Indie Advocates. If you're curious exactly what we do and all the things that we do, we made this little thread for you guys to catch you up. I know some people are new, so they don't necessarily know what we're all about, and it's a lot to take in. So click this link to find out more. This Week in Indie, this is the new show that we're expanding. This was from May 28th. This was when I was away from the office. Elk Mountain is a 64-page graphic novel about the role superheroes play in communities they defend, as well as how fear can tear apart communities. Coming soon, the adventures of Celtidus and Regis the Fetus. You know, I forgot to ask Mike Metland how to pronounce that when I was tabling with him. I feel like an idiot now. Art of the Day featuring Mickey Colson. I always say Colson, but I think it's Clayson. I think I've been pronouncing that wrong, but it is amazing art. Take the opportunity to click the link and see it now. Some more throwback thread from New York Comic Con. This was Golden Cosplayer, but who was she? Cthulhu Kids is the first edition cosmic terror and Mythos Madness, a Lovecraftian school for the naughty offsprings of the Mythos characters. Join Kid Cthulhu, Sydney Shagagoth, and the rest of the gang on Kickstarter. The Phantom Hawk returns as the Phantom Hawk's adventures continue in this new ongoing series with Apogee Comics. Help them spring into more issues by backing them on Kickstarter today. Go West, the collected edition, a 96-page graphic novel written by Garrett Gunn. Time is running out. Please support him on Kickstarter today. The 7 Reasons to Back Superscript. Time is running out. Back this amazing program and make it your own. I backed it for the licensing for lifetime because I want to be able to use it permanently. It was $100, but I think, especially with the fact that I have to pay for Word every year, if I can use that to replace Word, trust me, I'm going to. Mr. Tatter's intro, indie horror thriller graphic novel sensation. What is Mr. Tatters? Well, you got an intro to find out. Coming up this week, at the end of the week, will be June 2nd in West Virginia. Tricon will have Dirk Menning in the house. And West Virginia is pretty far for him. It's off of his beaten path. So you West Virginians who I just met, sort of, because of Pittsburgh. Melissa's in the chat room. What's going on, Melissa? For you guys who I just met in Pittsburgh, Dirk is a great guy. You should check him out. The Gentleman, #1, Darkness of the Void. Oliver Solomon, a.k.a. The Gentleman, finds his next case to be a tale of Lovecraftian horror. I think we said that already today. Maybe that doubled. Throwback thread. Dan DeMille gives us some dark art today, now on sale. Dan DeMille's a great artist. You got to check him out. Throwback thread from Lou Andy. This is the X-Men. It's perfectly timed with Deadpool 2 in theaters, which, by the way, there is a review there. There is a review there for Deadpool 2 on my page. I'll have it on the site soon. Mr. Grant has shown up, and he says he's been here since the start of the show. Just realized I needed to say hi. So you know I'm here. What's going on, Mr. Grant? Mr. Grant and me are actually going to have a creator talk about a very serious topic. We will let you know when we know when we're going to be filming that, and I really think it's a very important topic, and I'm anxious and thrilled to be able to sit down and talk with him about it. And I'm not trying to be coy for any particular reason other than I just want it to happen when it happens organically. But I do encourage you guys to keep your eyes and ears out for this this what will hopefully be a powerful sit down of creators. So Project Axis. Project Axis is a serialized science fiction action book about a young man's journey to recovery, the identity he has lost. Crossing 2 and 3, new issue in this paranormal series. An annoying goth princess haunts the rookie train conductor who ran her over. Paranormal couple counseling, anyone? And some of these are now repeating, so I just want to quickly give you, all right, throwback thread, the 7 deadly questions, comfort love. If you guys don't know what comfort love is, you're missing out. Also a throwback thread to the scenes from Jessica Surley. You got to check this out. It was a cool webcomic. I'm not sure if it's still ongoing. And some amazing cosplay from Emma and Christina. get to hit the beach. Emma and Christina are some amazing cosplayers. Absolutely beautiful. Love the cosplay. Check it out. It's from ClusCon. Meet the creator, Dale Lazarvo. I think I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I gotta ask him how to do it. Bob, Sally News, Sheraton, pass it on. Art of the Day from Martha Schwartz, who I met up in MegaCon. And I think that's some amazing cosplay from the week. Some more great art from Paul Roper, some great art. Upcoming giveaway from the Boston Metaphysical Society, but I think I talked about that last week. I think that we're caught up. I want to say we are. Yeah, because that's Cherry Capital. Okay. So there was Chuck had told me that there was a thread that I was looking for too, and I just haven't ran into it. I'll have to look it up for tomorrow. Oh, wait. I think this is it now. Into the Darkness. This is from Chuck, now live on Kickstarter. I must have skipped over it. It was missing the image there. I got to fix that when I go off the air for him. So now this is a part of our, hopefully it's part of it. If it's not, it's going to be part of it. So I'm just going to dress this up and give it a little link right here in a picture for it. But I think we already have it. But Chuck putting this in while I was out. Thank you to Chuck for that. And we're going to check out This Week in Indie Comics. Now, for the full extended version of This Week in Indie Comics, please press play here. You guys are going to get a condensed, quicker version of This Week in Indie Comics right now. We just filmed issue 22 of Kickstarter Last Rites. Check it out. And for a full version, like I just said, of This Week in Indie Comics, you can find it right here. TriCon will have Dirk Manning this weekend. We'll have a new Kickstarter talk filmed tomorrow. We're going to take a minute to talk about educating and advocating for special children. It is the sole purpose of R4AU and the Autistic Jedi team. Autism Awareness R4AU is dedicated to our daughter, Tori, the Autistic Jedi. Our mission is to advocate for awareness and acceptance. The AAA. The verbal and nonverbal alike deserve a voice for equality. We will be that voice. Contact us for information on how you can help us raise awareness for research, funding, and understanding. Now, remember, supporting Kickstarter only takes a single dollar. $1 shows support, attracts attention, helps fund projects, supports creators, and creates new worlds. Chuck says, glad to help, buddy, and he's a great help, Chuck. Pinot, like the wine. I'm never going to forget that from that one video. And if you're going to be doing a Kickstarter, make sure to check out Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding. And here's what is on Kickstarter today. Now that you know where to spend your dollar, at least $1, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of choices. And if you're making your own Kickstarter, you know where to go. But here's what's on Kickstarter today. The Gentleman, Superscript, Cat and Mouse, and Power Knights, along with Liar, and Go West and Sword Maidens are all running out of time. They end at the end of this week. Don't wait. Back them now. They're all amazing projects, and they won't be back for next week's episode. The walls are coming in around this Kickstarter as time is running out. Back the walls today. And check out Galaxia, Bobby Fulton and the Fantastics, and find out how to fund Terracana by buying a t-shirt. The Phantom Hawk returned to Kickstarter, and Elk Mountain is all about fear that can tear apart communities. Crossing is about an annoying goth princess who haunts the rookie train conductor. Ducky has made it to Kickstarter, and the trouble with it is he will be your end. Cthulhu Kids is bringing to life a new kids book about classic mythos madness. Ruby and the Warriors are triumphing on Kickstarter, and Reign of Cthulhu is almost over with this augmented reality game. Project Axis is looking to blast off of Kickstarter in the coming days, as is the Fist issue 2. Homeward is a unique take on crowdfunding, and we'll learn more about that tomorrow. And as always, as we end this program, we would like to take a minute to acknowledge, especially just after Memorial Day, the sacrifices that the veterans make and have made for decades, if not centuries. We would encourage you to check out The Veteran's Wife on Facebook and see how you can support veterans today. We would like to thank all veterans. We truly appreciate your service, and we would like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans that don't want to be recognized, the silent, stoic veterans, for the horrors they have seen in war. It's to them nothing to be thanked for. They didn't put it out there for the world to know. But they are truly struggling, for they are now battling their own war here at home. We want you to know you are not alone. You are loved and appreciated, and you will always be our heroes, even if you refuse the title. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice for Indie Advocates. But if we can in any way advocate for you, please send us an email to indieadvocates@gmail or at yahoo.com. Melissa says, Rob, upcoming video this weekend on all Magic City Con appearances and fun for our kiddos. Indie Advocate reported, including also solo review coming this weekend. I will also be reviewing Deadpool 2, so you guys can stay tuned for that. This has been the news for today. If you have news for us tomorrow, make sure that you tag me in it tonight or tomorrow. We will be filming tomorrow as a heads up. Kickstarter Talk issue 22. Have a great night, guys. And remember, backing Kickstarters is a great way to support indie creators. So do that today, even if it's just $1.